Hey guys, GameBoy3800 here once again, and today is an extremely special video, let me tell you. We are here at Syracuse 2016, and we have 5 trucks. Now normally, this sort of mini-event wouldn't be amazingly special, but here's the kicker. Every single one of these trucks is driven by a real person. Not just me, but someone else. That's right, we're doing multiplayer with BeamNG. Can you believe it? It's all thanks to the app called Parsec. You want to know how to use that? Check the description. Here's our drivers. We have me and Voodoo Envy. We have Enjoying Orc and Bigfoot. We have Flukes, Horsey Guy and Monster Energy 2015. We're going to have Hawk 005 in Blue Crush. And we're going to have Guard Blast 3-2 in the Green Machine. We're going to go ahead and let Bigfoot here show us how the track goes. And we're going to get on with some live racing. This is fantastic. I cannot wait to see how this goes. You can see where the start line is. And away he goes. And I want to go around the first turn nice and easy. It's a wider turn than you think, so be careful with that. And the very bottom of the ramp is the finish line, but that's not the finish line yet. We're going to go around one more time. And down the final back straight here. Make the final turn one last time. Across the final jump, and across the line. That's how we're going to do racing. Let's see who our first competitors are. Let's go racing. Alright, so first up, we have the Voodoo Envy truck, driven by me, GameBoy3800, going up against Bigfoot 4x4x4x4, or however many it is, driven by Orc. Getting ready to pick our lanes. It's a random order, we just decide who's going to go up next, kind of on the spot, which is kind of as it should be. This isn't like some sort of super official league or anything yet. Give it time though, I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Alright, let's see. Here we go, the first ever live BeamNG race. And they're off. They seem to be even. Voodoo takes a nice tight turn. Bigfoot's out wide. Bigfoot's in kind of the wrong lane. Voodoo is doing a wheelie. Voodoo is cutting that corner really bad. Bigfoot might have some time to make up here. Voodoo is running down to the final turn, keeping it nice and tight. Bigfoot's in too deep. He's over. And that's how it goes sometimes. Voodoo's gonna win. Bigfoot's still gonna finish though. Get out of the way, Voodoo. You don't know what's gonna happen next there. And trying to save it, nah. Alright, they're gonna go park it back up and do a thing. And let's get ready for our next race. We got the Monster Energy truck driven by Flukes Horsey Guy, going up against Green Machine, driven by Guard Blast 3. Monster Energy takes the top lane. Green Machine taking the bottom. Let's see how we do here. Second race. Let's go. And they're off. Both trucks pretty even. Monster Energy looked a little bit slow, but he was tighter. They gotta watch their lanes there. Monster Energy getting a bit of a lead here. Oh no, Green Machine's crooked. He's over. Monster Energy had a bad turn as well, but he didn't roll over. He will take this round. And in trying to get spun back around, he had to save it again. Alright. Next race. This is a race between the two losers so far, to see who races up against Hawk 005 in the Blue Crush machine. Because we have an odd number of trucks, that's how we decided to do it. just kind of on the spot. So winner of this gets to race Hawk, and winner of this race gets into the final. So technically, each of these two trucks that have lost have a chance to come back. Let's see who's the lucky bugger. And off they go. Green machine out a little bit wide. Bigfoot's cutting that corner. They touch! They touch! Oh man, that went way worse for Green Machine than it did for Bigfoot. Bigfoot's in too deep though. He hits the backflip ramp. Normally that'd be an RII, but we don't really care about that in these kinds of races right now. No one's over for the final turn this time. Oh, Bigfoot almost gets taken out. Bigfoot's gonna win it again. Again, for the first time. Green Machine, he's gonna save it by the backflip ramp. Bigfoot looks like he's about to come on over. Alright, let's see. Next up should be the Bigfoot versus Blue Crush matchup. So this is going to be an Orc versus Hawk. Not usually what you would consider to be a even matchup, but eh. And fair warning, Hawk Blue Crush is on a keyboard. He could not get his controller working for this event until later on. So when you see him drive, keep in mind that he's on keyboard. It'll take some extra skills there. We're gonna go off any moment here. There they go. Bigfoot's out wide. Hawk's a little bit crooked off the line. He's gonna go over. Can he save it? No! Ah, he crashes into Monster Energy. Bigfoot needs to wait for the lane to be open. I completely forget which lane he started in, but he's gonna finish. All he's gotta do is cross the line and he'll advance. Despite being the loser, he will get a pass for beating up Blue Crush. Now, Hawk wanted some redemption, so he's gonna do a buy run on his own. This won't count. This is just to see if he could have had a clean run if he had better luck. And off he goes. Taking the turn better this time. No rolling over after the jump. It's a little wide. He doesn't hit the wall though. And a little bit deep for that corner. But going across the line shows he probably could have had a better run if he was focused better. And he goes over anyways, so oh well. That's what he should have done the first time, but he wanted to prove he could do it. So there he goes. Alright, so next round is up against the Voodoo Envy machine, me, and Monster Energy. So winner of this goes to the final and goes up against Bigfoot. Just waiting for Voodoo Envy to get lined up here. I'm not sure what's taking so long. Come on, me, you can do it. Alright, let's see here. Let's see how we do. Semi-final race. Let's go. Off they go. Even launch. Voodoo might have a slight edge. He spins! He's going to have some major ground to recover if he wishes to win. Monster Energy's a little bit crooked. He's taking that next turn pretty slow. Voodoo's not looking too fine here. He's got to pull a miracle. Monster Energy's taking that final turn way slower to make sure he doesn't do a mistake like Voodoo. He's over. But he's still going. What a show by Voodoo, but Monster Energy is going to take this to the final round. Bigfoot's ready to go. You think Bigfoot can win up against Monster Energy? Monster Energy had a pretty easy win considering Voodoo crashed out last round, but nevertheless, let's see how we do. They're getting lined up now. Here they go. Off to start. They're pretty even. Bigfoot's taking that turn nice and good. No, he slides out. Monster Energy's not too clean either. He was on his nose. This will be a real battle here for the win. Bigfoot's got some ground to make up. Can he do it? Nobody over. It's going to be a clean win for Monster Energy, driven by Flukes Horsey guy. And Bigfoot's over again. And let's give it up for your two finalists. You have Bigfoot, driven by Enjoying Orc. And our winner, we have Flukes Horsey guy in Monster Energy. Give it up for Flukes Horsey guy. Just gonna do some little celebratory freestyle. See if he can keep this momentum up for two-wheel skills. And of course, freestyle. Spitting a flick of flame. Nice reverse jump to finish us off here. Alright, that was amazing. Let's go ahead and get ready for our two-wheel skills competition. Each truck gets 2 hits to do the best stunts on 2 wheels or less. And then the judging is done by each of us, and the average is taken. Right. So first up will be the green machine, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yep, it is Guard Blast 3, driving green machine. He will set the benchmark. Let's see what he's got. Gonna do a little bit of a parade around the circuit here. It's fine to do that. The moment you do an attempt of a hit, will count as your first. Remember, 2 hits. For my community events, it's 3, because they're bigger and better than everything else, or something like that. I was going for a nice, what is that, popper? It's got some good balance. Walking it back into a moonwalk up the hill. Nice first hit. Can he get the transfer? Not quite. He couldn't grab the throttle in time. He's gonna try for another popper here. What's he gonna do here? Looks like he's setting up for a bicycle. I couldn't get it over. Bad second hit, but I like the first hit. He'll get a score of 5.25. Just fair warning for everyone scoring in the comments, we did score pretty conservatively because we weren't sure what was going to happen next. So all the scores actually are going to be probably lower than what you would put personally. Alright, so next up, we have Hawk005 in the Blue Crush machine. Interestingly enough, Blue Crush and the Green Machine are in the same skin pack. So they're kind of like teammates, but not really. Remember, Hawk is on keyboard, so anything he does, he deserves mad props. Now Hawk is known for doing 3-minute moonwalks. Let's see what we got going on here. Can he bring any of that into this live event? Going for a bicycle, way better than Green Machines. Going for a transfer. Just about saved it. Maybe could have been RII for that. That counts as a hit though. I'm not sure if that'll score very well though, because he didn't really save the hit he meant to do. Alright, he's going to use the backside of the racing ramp. I think he's going to try to do a moonwalk here. Let's see what happens. Oh no, he's over! No, that's not what he wanted to do. Score of 3.5. Nope, not what he wanted to do. It happens sometimes. You don't get unlimited tries in a live event like this. Next up is Flukes Horsey guy driving Monster Energy 2015. He won racing. Can he double down? Or even the legendary triple down? Let's see here. He's pumped up and ready to go. What's he gonna do for his first obstacle? A wheelie off the bump, across the tabletop. Can he get a good transfer? Yes, look at this. Can he walk it up the hill? Nope, he's gonna have to recover this. He's over. He had a good first part of that stunt, but he didn't really save it the way he wanted to. Let's see if he can do something better for his second hit. Ah, I see what he's doing. He's gonna pull a Tom Mintz All-Star Challenge move. He titles this his reverse moon flip, and he claims he did it first, but no one believes him. Let's see what he's got here. Lining it up just right. You've got to get the throttle perfect if you want to get this correctly. And he did it! Look at that. That was his first try trying to do this. He's going to do a celebratory donut and he'll get a score of 6. So far that's got the lead. Let's see if it sticks. Alright, next up we have Enjoying Orc in Bigfoot. Let's see how he does. Gotta love the new F-250 body he's rocking. Let's see how he does. Taking it slow. Is he going for a bicycle? Nope. Gonna try to do a reverse popper on that little lip there. It may have been what he was going for. He's going for a bicycle. Fairly well held. Maybe could have been longer, but this is a small arena, a much smaller stadium than usual. He's going for another bicycle the other way into his sidewall. Can he save it? Yes, he can. Nicely done. You will get RII'd for hitting the wall there, and he gets a score of 4.25. Not too bad. Let's see how me and the Voodoo Envy can do here. Now, I am not the greatest at two-wheel skills, I will fully admit that. I fully admit that I do need more practice. But doing these live events gives me a perfect excuse to do just that. Let's see what the Voodoo Envy machine has in store for us today. He's gonna go hit the hood and just push it along because BeamNG physics are amazing. First hit, what's he gonna go for? A bicycle. Can he hold it well? There's a bicycle up the hill into a little bit of a stoppie on one wheel and then had to quickly rebalance it. He's actually lucky he didn't break a wheel there, because this game is flawless like that. He's gonna go for a stoppie off the hill here. What's he got? He's a little bit beached right now. He couldn't get the transfer. Can he recover this? Nah, he couldn't set that up the way he wanted. He's only going to get a score of 4.5. So that will mean that Monster Energy, driven by Flukes Horsey guy, will get 2 for 2s so far. Can he get 3 for 3 events? We're going to cut the Monster Energy here, and he'll do a little celebratory 2 for 2 run. 2 victories. Little celebratory donut. Really kicking up the dust there. Nicely done. Congrats to Flukes Horsey guy. Alright, next up, you know what time it is. It's freestyle time. Each truck has 2 minutes to do the best stunts and combos that they can and within the truck boundaries. First up is Enjoying Orkin Bigfoot. You can see the timer in the bottom left. First hit, he hits pretty hard on his roof. He's still going though, and he pulls it up into a wheelie. He's got to pick up some momentum here. Wheelie up the side. Nope, not enough grip for that on this track. He's got to recover it good here. He's still at this ramp. Oh dear. Going for a mini flip. Couldn't save that very well, I don't think. Still at the same obstacle. I don't think that's going to score him very well. Maybe he should have been RII'd there. And he was. Can he save it and bring it down? Looks like he can. He'll keep going. Wheelie across the top of the tabletop. Gonna go for another bicycle here. Looks like it. Nah, I couldn't get the truck to set up right. Going for some air here. Getting really squirrely there. He's leaving a lot of debris on the track. Hopefully that doesn't affect anyone else's run here. Looking around for a new obstacle to hit. He's hit just about everything. He's gonna go for a backflip here. Looks like it. What's he got? And he saves it. Oh, he's going for another one right off the back. He brings it down. He's got 20 seconds left to go here. He's got to finish big if he wants to keep this lead from the first run. Going for some bicycles, some donuts. Just going to run the clock down, it looks like. Lands on the roof. He's doing some weird pirouettes here. Kind of breaking the game physics, but he will fill the clock. And now he's going to get RII'd. Not a bad opening run, a score of 6.75. That's the benchmark to beat. Let's see what we have. Up next is going to be Hawk005 in Blue Crush. Let's see what he can do here. Gonna go hit that first ramp like Bigfoot did. No, he's gonna parade around just a little bit. He's gonna go for a backflip. Ah, I see what he's doing. He's gonna try to go for a bicycle. Some redemption. This run in Freestyle, he did have his controller working. So, this is the best of his abilities. He was trying to go for a bicycle to moonwalk there, I think. For some two-wheel skills redemption. Let's see if he can continue that theme of redemption for the final bits of his run here. Losing some body panels already. A little bit slow after that, trying to save the truck. Some great air. This is the best air we've seen all night. He's used a minute and a half. He's going for some big air here. Some great air overall. I love the air here. I know he's got a bad bounce. He's over. Can he save it? Oh no! The Bigfoot body panel got caught in the tire and burst the fuel tank. That's gotta be an RII. Yep, that's his run done. Super unfortunate for Hawk. His truck is a light show now. That's all we could score him in the 30 or so seconds he used. 40 seconds. Not a bad score, but I know he wanted to do better than that. Next up we have Guard Blast 3 driving the Green Machine. Ah, I see. He's eyeing up Monster Energy, saying, "I'll beat you. I'll keep you from getting a triple down." Let's see what he's got. What's he gonna open up with? Backflip? Nah. Now, some of these trucks are running boosted superchargers to get more speed in racing, but that does mean they overheat quicker. You need to watch their engine temperatures and not damage them, otherwise they could be RII'd. A Green Machine, he's going for some big air. No, he's going for a backflip right off the bat. Not bad, not bad. He saved the truck. Let's see what he's got next. Some good air. keeping up the engine speed. Very nice. He couldn't quite get up that hill. He's going to wheelie up it though. That's a good second he could do. He's really revving the engine out here. I think he wants to shift up. There he goes, finally. Some more solid air. Lands on his side. Good recovery. That was a hard hit to the side. Going for some donuts. He's trying to beat Bigfoot's donuts. There he goes. He's done it. Those are some good donuts. Oh no, what's that? Steam. No, his engine's running too hot. He's got probably only a few more good hits left before the engine starts to grenade itself. Going for a backflip to try to give him 2 for this run. He just about gets it. Maybe he should have been RII'd there, but he's still running. How is that engine running though? Is that going to start dying soon? Some more good air. Going for a sky wheelie next. Nope, thought better of it. Oh no, smoke, smoke, shut him off. That's the run done. Score 5.5. Not too bad. He should have been able to finish bigger though if he had watched his engine during the donuts he was doing. Oh well, Bigfoot still leads. Alright. Next up is the Voodoo Envy machine. Let's see. Of course, this is me. Let's see what I can do. At this point, I've seen what everyone else has done. I know how to win. I can do this. But will I though? Will I end up bursting into flames like Hawk did? Like grenade my engine because I run a boosted supercharger as well? Or will we just crash into the crowds and get RII'd? I don't know. Let's see here. Just parading the truck around here. Okay, I'm gonna go for some big air right off the bat. Not bad. Right into the backflip ramp though. Slow down. Some more air. And landing on the side. Brings it back down. Some more good sky wheelies, some good air. That's another hard hit. Those tires are taking a beating. And another one. There goes the hood. He's lining up for a backflip. That was probably the cleanest backflip on the ramp so far. Didn't land on the other side of it. Didn't do anything weird at the landing, just a clean backflip. Followed by some good air. Good air followed by wheelie over the racing lanes. Some really squirrely moments here. Brings it back down. We have a minute to go. Some more wheelies. Tags to backflip ramp, that's not what they wanted to do. Going up for this sky wheelie ramp. So far the only person to sky wheelie off of that ramp fully. Sets it back down. What's next here? Going for a bicycle? Nope, just going for some more big air. We have 30 seconds left to go. I'm gonna try to finish big here, I think. He's lining up. Is this gonna be a backflip? Nope, corkscrew. He brings it back down. So far, some fairly good momentum here. We're running the clock down though. What's gonna be last here? Another mini corkscrew, followed by, what is this, a front flip? Oh my. He's still flipping. Still saving it. He's into the crowds. The time will be used. That will be a score of 6.8 though to get the lead. Give it up for the Voodoo Envy machine. Alright, next up. We've been waiting for it all night. Can Flukes Horsey guy driving Monster Energy possibly triple down? I don't think it's been done before for a very long time in one of my events. Let's see what he's got. Firing up that big Merlin V8. Let's see here. Alright, I see what he's doing. Going for some big air. Trying to get the big air crown from Hawk. Can he do it? I think that was just about the biggest air we've seen. Some more solid air. Trying to look for a big move to try to top what Voodoo Envy did. Going for some donuts. He hits the ramp, but was able to pull it into a moonwalk. Good recovery from an accidental hit. Oh, this isn't what he wanted to do though. Into the wall there. I was going for some huge air here. What's he got? Some crazy air. That's definitely the biggest air of the night with a backflip to boot. Can he save it? Maybe that should have been an RII, but it doesn't matter. He's still going. He's got a minute to go still. What's he got for us? Some big air off the backside of the racing lane. Can he stop it in time? Yes, he can. I'm not sure that big air backflip was enough. His engine's running hot already. Oh man, what's he got for his last few hits before his engine starts to die? Alright, he's going for a reverse corkscrew. Oh man. Oh no, he's over. Ah, he couldn't save it before the truck got RII'd. It was a great run though. It was a really, really good run with some great moments, but he didn't till the clock. Is that gonna hurt him? Yes it is. That's only good enough for, what is that, third place? Dang. Oh well, that's gonna be it for this event. Monster Energy got 2 events under his belt. Voodoo Envy was able to snatch up the last one from him. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe.